Everyone, thank you for joining me on this video. This will be a short video about PingOne and directory section of that users groups population and attribute. To create a ping identity or PingOne Terra version, simply search ping identity, browse to the first link, and here you can try ping. Type your company email address, not free email address like Gmail or Hotmail. Try ping it. You will receive a link. Then follow that link and register your account. I've already done it. So I'm going to ping console. You will receive this URL in your email. Once you're in the ping, you have two options for creating environment. One, a customer solution, the other one, workforce solution. Customer solution, when your company has interface to external users, like users uh, with the email address like Gmail, Hotmail, Facebook. Your company is a retail company, provides service to external user, or your company is like Australia Post. You have lots of clients log in to track their parcels or they want to send parcels. Workforce solution is mostly about managing internal users or partners. Uh, if they need access to the resources inside the company, you need to go follow workforce solution, uh, and then you can manage your users life cycle accesses and a lot of security settings that you need to set them up. I'm going to already created that one, so I'm going to create environment work for solution. Next, I'm going to it is my dev environment development PingOne. So this will be my sandbox. I don't have any other option in here, so this will be my sandbox. I created my Part1. So because this is a sandbox, I'm going to select this option. Ping will create lots of actually create some users for me, around 40 users, some groups, and yeah, it makes life easier. Finish. This will takes a minute or maybe less than this to create the environment. So once it's created, it's here, and if you need later, once you create user inside this environment, you can access the console through this URL. And I'm going to click on manage environment. So I'm in the new environment. So give it some time. We have a few options on the left, but the one that we are going to talk about it is a directory users or accounts in here. So uh, Ping created 40 cloud only user for us. You can sync if you have on-prem solution, Ping directory or Active Directory. You can sync them to this cloud solution. PingOne is a cloud solution and have them in here. But for now, this is cloud only solution and these are cloud only user. I'm going to create a user. Was it PingOne User A? And username, I'm going to select PingOne User A, and I will talk about population later, and the identity provider is PingOne. Let's send a password to it. Set the password, save. It's pretty easy. Nope. This is our user. If we want to edit the attribute, just simply click on the pencil, blue pencil, and you will see the out of the box attributes like primary phone, postcode, account ID, and all of these things. I will show you how to create custom attribute and then edit them in here. So this is our user. So just type, copy this one and type example.com.au. So this is email address for our user. Save. Population, we'll talk about that. Group membership for the user. for now, it is just one group, sample group. It's created by Ping, and we can add users to the groups later to the group menu. Okay, MFA, I don't want MFA for now. It's a test environment. Obviously, you don't want to disable it. It has been created in here. So let's talk about groups. In Ping, we can create groups, and groups can be member of another group, or user. Obviously, user can be member of the groups. Now, I'm going to create a new group. It's pretty simple. It is cloud only group. It is Ping users group group A, and save. In it, in here, we have two kind of groups. One group is add individual user. So we select our user like Ping, the one that we created, and these four users. Simply we can select the user and add them to the group, or there is another option, dynamic group dynamic PingOne group users. Add with a filter means that it's a dynamic group. Why dynamic group is important? Because it helps us to manage users without any manual task, any admin overhead. You say, okay, if the attributes, for example, if country code equal AU, these are, we put the name of the group, Australia. Maybe, I'm not sure about the country of the users. Okay, yeah, if you start with U, country code of the users, is it US? Okay, yeah, US. 13 users, as you can see, it's dynamically update the user. U could be Ukraine, could be US or UK. So once I put US, it says 13 user. So this dynamically add user if a user move to US and admin or through the HR system change the country code to US. This group, because it's dynamic groups, automatically find it and add it to this group. If you want to create a shared folder or SharePoint site just for US user, you can create a dynamic group, say country code start US or equal US. Then those user with the US country code, they can access, if they're member of, actually all of them will be member of this group, and they can access to this resource SharePoint or folder that belong to that. We have two options in here, all or any. Any means or. The country code start with US, and let me another condition is, and the email address start with A. 14 users. 14 users, as you can see, these users, all of them, their email address start with A. There is a or. If I remove this, 13 user in here, and if I add this again, email address start with A. This means users with US country code or user with A, start their email address start with A, they can be in here. If I set all, means that their email address should be start with A and the country code should be US. So this is a bit tricky, and you can find more information in here. Back. This is operators, and for example, start with, just work on these attributes, operators. So save. Let me change this to Actually, let me change this dynamic group to the edit user filter to any. So 14 users right now in here. If I go to the user that we created, ping, and I change the country code for this user to US, country code, US, groups, dynamic groups. So this user has been added to this group. If I ping, so because of the country code is US, so this filter find the user and add it to this group. Let's go about population. Population, it means, let's consider as a boundary, organization boundary, country boundary, city boundary. So user group can be member of just one population. Users in Melbourne, users in finance. Let's create one. What's a finance? Or maybe just let's talk about USA accounts. This is not default population. So if you create a user, if you create a group and do not assign it to any population, automatically they will be assigned to the default population. This is a default one. Sample users. So this has been created. Population can be linked to a password policy, so they can have their own password policy. So if you think about admin population and you want to have more secure password policy for them, so create a population and assign admin password policy to them. So these users, they will get a stronger and more restricted password policy. Back to population, and when we talk about administrator roles, we will see how admin can be assigned to just one particular population and manage user just in that population. For example, I want this user be member of the population, so I need to move it from sample, which is the default one, to the US account. Is this a user? US user? Yes. Population. This population, it has one user in it. So we're going to create a new group, and the group name is USA users. And in here, look, be careful about this one. Only users from the assigned population can be added to the group, and the population cannot be edited once it's set. So if I select this one and US user and population, US account, save it, users, add individual user. The only user that I can add is this one, because this is the only user that is member of that population. For example, this user, change this user, change the population of this user to a USA account. Save. Go back to the group, USA user, which is under this population, user. And if I want to add a user, this is another user that change it to US population, so I can add it to this group. So this is about population. It's a boundary for organizing accesses. Let's go to the attributes. We are 31 attributes out of the box. As you can see, these are the attributes. And we can disable or actually disable some of them. We cannot enable them because all are in, looks like they're enabled. And we can edit them. It's just a very few features. We can edit. Let's create one more, two more attributes, or maybe more. Okay, declare our company need driving license. This can be for this needed dash and display name. Read driving license. It doesn't need to be unique. Allow multiple value. Yes. Maybe our user, they have Indian license as well as Australian license and European Union license as well. Create another one. And this one, let's put workforce identity company. User workforce identity should be unique. Remove this one. This way unique. And save. Alright, save validation error fail. Okay. Accepted now. If we back to our users, for example, the user that we created, ping, in here, I can edit the users. And at the bottom, I can add the one that we created, driving license, value 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Add another value 4, 5. For example, for this one, India. For this one, US. This is the driving license in US, and this is for Australia. Australia, Victoria, and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This user, it has 3 driving license and no issue. Accept it. Let's do the same things for workforce identity. At this time, workforce identity in the company is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 for this user. But in workforce identity, this must be unique, so we cannot use same number. Let's say it must be unique. So if I add, remove 9 and add A for this user, so workforce identity, it's unique. Last topic for this video is administrator roles. Administrator roles is a big topic these days. It helps the organization to minimize the surface of attack, minimize the permission that they provide to the admins or to the developer. So if a user need application owner and doesn't need the rest of the accesses, you can simply add user to application owner. If they need read-only access, you can simply add it to the read-only. And this help us to stop using or using the permission that admin they have. And if these roles are not good for your organization, so maybe that's too much or too little, you can create a custom role in here. Custom role uh, built by cloning the built-in role. So if I use this one, for example, and this role, we can clone it, and once we clone it, we can create a custom role. For example, clone of advanced identity assigned by, let's assigned by to organization admin, and then we can select the level, the rule level to the environment, to the population, or to the application. Let's select just the population. And next, so in here we can customize, we can select things that we don't want to assign, or select things that we want to add. Remove this one, read console access, add read bootstrap. And this is based on your requirement, based on your company requirement. Next, and save. This role has been created. And we can assign roles through the groups. Let's create a group name identity admin population. Let's leave it as it is and go to the role. Yes, confirm and save. Role as assignment created successfully. Alright, thank you very much for watching this video. I will back with application, and I will create another video about the application, and we will create a SAML application and access to that one. Thank you.